Wait, don't turn the channel. You've tuned into High Gravity.
The show where we talk about beer, brewing, and bullshit.
Where the only thing we take seriously is the next round.
So grab a glass.
Fill it with something cold.
And enjoy the show.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
Tired?
So we have a special today.
We
Yes.
do. We have special beer. We have special people. Well, I don't know if they're special, but...
Oh, they're special.
Everyone's special.
You know who they are, so how about an intro so we know?
So today we have Erin and Eric White, the White brothers. They are twins, identical twins. I think the only one that I know that
I
can tell them
didn't
apart.
even notice that.
You didn't notice?
I didn't at first,
Well,
no.
that's bad. That's horrible.
I'm
Thanks
pretty
for not
sure-
noticing.
I'm pretty sure the only person that can tell them apart that I know of is my mom.
Yeah,
Every
she's
time they
pretty
walk
good at
in,
that.
she knows which is which, and I couldn't tell
She
you.
does a great job.
It's
it
a
takes
mo-
her a
it's a
little
mom
bit,
ability.
but she gets them right.
She gets it.
Yeah.
There's a couple brothers from Southern Thumb. They now own KO Music, identical twins as well.
Okay.
I used to be able to, regardless of who it was within 2 words, know who was who.
Right.
Takes a few more words now. It's been a while since I've seen them a lot.
I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Kevin and Keith
Yep.
Ottenbacher.
Yep. I've seen those guys before. The kids took lessons from them.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And, and so you guys are on the show. We're going to be doing some Sam Adams Utopias today,
Yep, we got some special stuff.
which I know you've been talking about for a while.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been trying 9 years. I've been trying to track one of those down, and I think it talked a little bit about it on the past here. I had another bottle at one point lined up a few years back, quite a bit cheaper than this one was, and I was waiting and I was waiting. I was waiting.
Inflation.
Yeah. And it got sold before I could buy it. So this one came about, got on the wait list, and it was pure coincidence. I called the store I was waitlisted at looking for a different beer. It was like, hey, what are the chances this ever came in? And the guy goes, oh, came in yesterday. I'm like, am I still on the wait list? Yep, cool. Let me put pants on and I'm going to come get it.
Yeah, I think
put
it's been
pants
like
on.
9 years since I've had it, so
Nice.
this will be exciting to
Very nice,
to
very
see you
nice.
having it for the first time. I've only had it the once.
Nice.
I've never had it, so I'm ready.
I am
Looked
too.
at it like porn on TV.
I never heard of
so-
it.
It pretty much is. I mean, that's entirely what our podcast is it's like an audio version of beer porn. You got to pop the bottle and get the proper pour and everything. You get
Oh,
chastised
so I
if
should
you don't
probably
pour the
get
beer
this
next to
opened
the
up.
mic.
Go ahead and get it out. The other thing we're going
This
to talk
is
about
pretty
too
exciting for sure.
Yeah.
is MetaBrew Society. You guys are part of, so we'll get
Yes.
to that a little later. You can tell us what that's about and how to get involved with that. So you are unboxing the Sam Adams Utopias.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Shiny.
Let Sam Adams out the
So
door.
it has like a
quick.
little
Oh,
window
beautiful.
that he's opening up.
Should probably get a nice
Picture?
picture of that
Actually, I have
bottle
no
before
idea how to-
you destroy it.
Yeah. Oh,
Place it right here in the center, and we get a nice photo.
I like that better. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Let's do that.
gorgeous, just marvelous.
And then you got to get...
It really looks like a little copper still.
That's the idea. It's supposed to be a brew kettle.
Yeah.
How many ounces are in this? We each get like 1 ounce each.
That part's actually kind of worn off, but I think it's
1 ounce
like a
for you.
24 ounce.
6 ounces for me.
You might be feeling some kind of way after that.
Yeah, who has the better taste buds? Huh?
Are you kidding me?
On Capitan.
Who's got a bottle opener?
Oh,
Wow, that is pretty weird.
we're in a brewery without a bottle opener. That's a bad sign.
I do on my keys, but I didn't bring my car.
I didn't anticipate this
I got
problem.
keys.
And use
I mean, well, I'll use my knife. I don't want
I
to
would
mess
say
with
yeah, you
Kia.
could use my knife.
What is a brewery without a bottle?
What the hell
Did we
kind of
already
beer
say
show
that?
is this without a bottle
A
opener?
brewery that doesn't serve bottled beer, I guess.
yeah.
There should be Star Brewery bottle openers.
Ah,
Right?
perfect.
Maybe the expensive bottle has twist off.
Yeah. That would be... Nope. Now, the funny thing is this shouldn't hiss because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a still, but let's see.
Still sounded good.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
little-
Like I'm scared to pour this one.
Oh, that sounds pretty fancy.
Can go a little bit here and 2 hands.
So what's the ABV on this?
28%. There's
Ah.
a little card. Let me find it.
Yeah, I would say I'm sure our listeners would like to know some more information about Sam Adams Utopias,
Oh,
aside
man.
from the fact that it's fancy,
smells
expensive, and
It
rare.
amazing.
smells amazing. It does.
Should I just read the entire thing?
Oh, even individually numbered.
Yeah.
Yep. And my,
This is bottle number, what, 19,630?
It's got my member number in there from the brewery, 96.
There you go. Now everyone knows the member number. Come in and pretend to be Johnny Orange.
Oh, no one can pretend to be me.
Pretty sure you'd get recognized.
Oh, yeah. So I am going to just read the little card thing here. So we don't own the copyright to this speech. This is courtesy of Sam Adams. Our journey into extreme beer started in 1994 when we brewed Sam Adams Triple Bock in our Boston brewery. I've had that. It's phenomenal. Sam Adams Utopias 2023 is a blend of multiple batches of our extreme beers aged for many years. Some are nearly 30 years old. Follows aged Utopias in charred whiskey barrels, and this year we added new kinds of barrels for more complex flavor. In addition to American bourbon barrels, we use Scotch and peated whiskey barrels. Peated whiskey barrels add a wisp of smoke to the flavor. Then ruby port and, how the hell do you say that? Carcavelos casks from Portugal. Cognac barrels from France for dark fruit notes. New to Utopias this year is, oh boy, Pinot de Charentais barrels from a rare
Nailed it.
fortified French aperitif.
That's from Western France.
Sure. And while
We've been
Utopias,
drinking a lot of beers aged in fortified French wine barrels.
We're getting better at this.
There's a trend, I guess.
and while Utopias has European roots 2023, it's a distinctively American innovation built on a foundation of aged Kentucky bourbon barrels. Recommend serving Utopias at room temperature in a 1 to 2 ounce portions in our Utopia
Sure.
snifter to release the aromas.
Oh, Utopia's snifter. So they have a proprietary snifter that they sell you with their heinously expensive
And those
bottle.
are $500 a piece.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, talk about a cash grab.
Boston Beer Company coworkers have a special reason for celebrating each new version of Utopias. Each decanter is numbered. First 3,000 are set aside for our coworkers. We give them based on seniority.
Sorry, I'm
messed up.
fucking stupid this morning. I think it must be the vapors from the alcohol. I went to go sniff, and I leaned forward and started went to sniff my mic instead of my glass. And it just,
I hope it smelled okay.
It's that strong.
yeah, it's seriously
I hope it smelled good.
Poor man.
But yeah, so I mean, it has a
Wow.
very boozy smell.
for
First thing I
It's-
noticed is the teardrops you get when you
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah,
legs.
get the high liquor
yeah.
content.
definitely.
So this
lacing.
is 28% alcohol. This is a beer still, but it is served still, which means flat for those who don't know. And wow.
This is not what I expected.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
smell
what
it.
I expected because I've never had it, but this is
Me neither. So,
definitely cleaning the throat out.
well, being this will be the first episode of the new year, how about cheers to 2024,
Cheers.
gentlemen?
Cheers. That is potent.
Man, I love sniffing it.
It's almost
Oh
a
my
caramely.
God.
It's almost a caramely taste in the beginning.
There's a lot of caramel in
with
that.
a
yeah.
vanilla aftertaste to it, but man, you
Wow.
can
You're
taste
talking
that
about
liquor.
thick earlier.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, and
thick.
the flavor keeps changing. I think that's one of my favorite things about this beer is when you take that first sip and you're like, oh, it's just booze. But then over the next
Yeah.
minute,
Yeah.
it just
That is-
keeps changing
wow,
and
how
changing
right.
I
and
think I might
changing.
taste a little bit of oak.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
a lot of caramel.
I wonder
You
where they
definitely
got
get the
oak
vanilla
from.
late.
Oh, I haven't
I don't
tasted it
know.
like that before.
It's either France or Europe
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Kentucky.
Maybe
or,
the barrel it was
Yes, you're
stored in.
laughing at me, but I haven't
Portugal.
tasted that before.
Wow.
It even smells better after you've tasted it.
Yeah.
I feel like I could only smell booze, and then I tasted it. Now I'm smelling the caramel.
Yeah.
I'm
and
licking the inside of my cheeks right now. I mean, I drink
I
and
feel like we
look.
messed up though.
What?
2023, we probably should have waited at least 3 years.
Oh, buy another one.
Nah.
No,
Pour
Tell
it
you
back-
what, if I win the lotto, I will buy another one.
pour
Isn't
it back in.
Isn't it already aged for 9 years?
I don't remember how long it's aged.
So
Did
that's
I
the
actually?
bottom year or what?
oh,
I thought that was what I mean. I don't know. I thought that was what someone said it was aged for.
It almost-
No, that's so the
Makes
year
sense
is
it
the
should.
release.
well,
So 2023 is the release year. I don't know if it's going to tell me.
Yeah, you almost think they probably had it aging for a while.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't just get something off the shelf like this right out of the barrel and expect it to.
This is going to bug the crap out of me.
No, I wouldn't.
Because I meant to pull up a whole thing on the website and I totally forgot.
you know, before we started our notes that we never do.
I tried pulling it up in the parking lot, but I couldn't connect. So,
Phrasing.
It's definitely strong though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
get a,
God,
Right up
yeah.
a
front every
lot of
time.
butterscotch.
Daryl, you
it's
might get
very
your voice back.
butterscotchy.
Maybe
Trying to warm this little bit up.
too much partying this last week.
Yeah, it's been a busy
Well,
week.
it's the new year, so of course.
Well, between New Orleans and Christmas party.
Well,
and-
New Orleans was like a month ago, man. Come on.
That was last week now.
Well,
a month ago from
now.
this now, yes.
When this posts, it will be.
Definitely coats your mouth, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's my God.
It's definitely not. if you were coming into it being like, I'd like a beer. That is not this.
No.
It's very much like, I would like to sip on a glass of liquor with brown sugar
can see
and
that
maple
happening.
and
was
You
gonna say,
walk into a brewery, it's your first time drinking a beer. It's my first time drinking a beer. I got the one for you.
But if I was going for something barrel aged, I don't know if this is what I want.
Yeah.
It's strong, and it's the alcohol is really overpowering on a lot of the
Yeah.
flavors.
It is.
Is what it is.
You're definitely right. I think it would be a lot better aged out more, but it's still phenomenal.
Well,
It
the
is good.
great thing about this is its alcohol content is so high, you can put the lid back on and save it for as long as you want.
yeah.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to last.
Well, no.
We're killing this here today.
Gotta warm it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's the biggest thing is to make sure it's warm. But
went with a light pour to try and warm that up there.
All right, so as this is warming up, MetaBrew Society.
Yeah. So
You guys are a
what
part
is
of?
it?
MetaBrew Society is a Web3 crowdfunding type of business. I guess we should say crowdfunding.
right, it's an
But
in
it
real life
involves
brewery.
And NFTs.
So
And if anybody doesn't know what NFTs are or stand for, it means a non-fungible token. And basically what it comes down to is it's a digital asset. It could be a picture, a certificate, or just a coin.
But now, being part of this, you guys get beer. It's like an investment.
yeah, it's
So
an
how did you get
investment.
involved in it?
So we started out in cryptocurrency probably 4 or 5 years ago, doing some stuff, buying some ETH, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and buying shit coins. I mean, I got a good story for that if you guys want to hear a shit coin story
Of
later.
course.
But so a lot of these NFTs they're coming out and they're just pretty pictures. So everybody's going crazy. They're going, oh, this is brand new. Let's just buy pictures. So they're linked to a cryptocurrency. Most of the time they're linked to a created coin that's connected to ETH or Bitcoin. But you buy the NFT in hopes it goes up in price and you sell it. Now, we got into this because Eric finds out this place is giving away beer for life.
I was into NFTs before Erin, or BREW, I should say. And I come across MetaBrew, and I go, I to the one that loves brewing, and he is into it more than I am. I go, you got to check these guys out. All they do is talk about brewing all day, talk about this and talk about that. They're supposed to be giving away beer for a utility. I had to talk my brother into this for about 6 months before he says, okay, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And by the time he jumped in, they were ready to announce their utility, and it just went nuts after that. We're like, wait, let me ask this crazy, stupid question again. So we're going to get 60 cans of beer for free shipped to our
man.
doorstep? 60 cans of beer free shipped from Germany to our doorstep every quarter.
Every quarter.
How do you get in on this?
So there's a portfolio. They keep on creating different beers in a different portfolio. So in the beginning there wasn't very much to choose from, but now you got a whole. I mean, they're going to be doing bourbon barrels. They're going to be doing IPAs. They're going to be doing a ton of stuff. Now they've gone through a ton of hurdles. A year ago they started this project out by minting out, and they minted out 1,500 some NFTs. So everybody in the 1,500 that bought an NFT gets 60 free beers shipped to their house every quarter. It's an in real life brewery. It's in Nala,
So real
Germany.
quick, they set these up, mint them. How much does that cost?
The mint costed 1 ETH.
Oh.
So at the time when
Just
we
two
minted
something?
out, which was a little bit cheaper, so it was about $1,000 when we actually minted these.
Yep.
Now ETH is a lot more expensive.
And they do a great
Yeah.
job of maintaining that $1,000. So if ETH is $2,000, they will lower the price of their NFTs. But now they're minted out, so
Gotcha.
now the sky is the limit, right?
Yeah.
If you want in, you will pay whatever the selling price is.
Yeah, in the
for
secondary
for the
market.
individual. Yeah, secondary
Maybe I'll let
market.
my ether just keep building
So-
until I can afford that.
And there's other ways. There's other ways to get the beer from them. They give every member a beer allowance, which gets transferred to your cryptocurrency wallet, and that it's transferred in Polygon. So so it's a little easier to transfer. It's cheaper to transfer. So if you can go buy one of those secondary beer allowances, you can also claim 60 beers shipped to your door for free. And a lot of those going right now are between $40 and $50. So you're talking less than $1 a beer to get. So
Which is worth it for the shipping alone.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly, right.
So, last year they started shipping and they find out that they can't ship to the United States without some kind of permits and licensing. So
Yeah,
now they
the
had to
distribution
find,
system in the United States is
Exactly.
fucked.
So they spent almost the last 6 to 7 months setting up a distributor so they could ship to the United States holders.
Nice.
So we're getting a backfill of beer soon. And it's going to be like 1,000 beers I'm going to have to store in my refrigerator.
Oh, damn.
Which ain't a problem. I can enjoy that.
So when's the party?
We'll have to bring some in for sure.
I think between the 5 of us, we can put down 1,000 beers. What do you say?
That's only 200 apiece.
Exactly.
It's doable.
Average weekend.
You've seen me drink.
Now what?
You guys,
Johnny
are
always down.
you guys are forgetting we're twins, so he's getting 1,000. I'll probably get 1,000 too.
That's 400.
So when's both parties?
Ooh, 400. I might have to tap out on that one.
We'll invite
feels
all
like a
200
total
listeners.
yeah. Oh, yeah, we're at 200
you can
now.
get these beer
So-
tokens on a secondary market for less than $60, and they'll be shipped to your door. But it is a benefit to if you can grab a hold of the certificate.
Yeah.
Because they have talked about and haven't announced yet a profit
Distracted,
sharing plan. So
Wow.
if the brewery profits, everyone that holds a certificate profits.
Nice.
It's a really interesting concept. I think, one of humanity's like oldest traditions, brewing and producing intoxicating beverages, coming into the very modern concept of, the blockchain,
really powerful
and
knowledge.
everything
Oh my
like
God.
that. And I was mining cryptocurrency years ago, and I was just interested because I liked the hardware. I liked building the mining rigs and the computers, and money's cool too. But like the idea that like I could mine beer is just kind of a wild
that would be an
concept to me.
interesting. That would be very interesting. Mining beer.
And they
Yeah.
would send it to your house.
Now,
How can you beat
now
that?
should you date this and trademark that comment so no one steals that idea before this thing gets posted?
We're gonna talk after the show, Daryl.
I hope one day I get
This show is trademarked 2023.
I hope one day I can mine Star Beer.
Yeah, it'd be a really interesting
You're sitting in
concept.
the
Like,
parking lot mining your first beer.
So now are they still looking
Sitting
at
there like
breweries in
a
the United
cracked addict,
States?
like 2 more hours.
I think that's probably going to happen just to save on shipping and timing and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. MetaBrew Society is gearing just to focus on low alcohol to 0% beer. They want to get into that market. And they have a brewer they hired that also has a brewery under his name. So the real beer, they're going to be shipping under MetaBrew Society still, but under the name also of the Mathhauser. I think that's the name of the brewery that this brewer has under his name. He owns it.
Mathhauser is in like math as in numbers, or is it a German word? I don't know.
It's a German word, and I'm probably
Okay.
not saying it correctly, but I think it's Mathhauser.
You got to say with that hacky stuff in the back of your thing.
Mathhauser.
Yeah, something like
what it
that.
is. right
Exactly
there.
how you say
Yeah.
it.
My
So-
grandpa used to sing Christmas carols to me in German. It's terrifying sounding, honestly.
I love those videos on Facebook. It's like people saying like English words and then in French and then in German. And the Germans was like, holy crap, that's scary.
One of the romantic languages.
Sure.
Hey, I mean, if she thinks German is romantic, she's probably into some interesting things.
Yeah, that's a different show.
It's really like a big beer mug club, right? Daryl, you run a beer mug club. We get a lot of benefits from it. And this is kind of like MetaBrew Society is a big beer mug club.
That's a really kind of
So-
like good way to look at it too. Like
Yeah.
it's like a crypto like version of Mug Club,
Right.
in which most people who drink craft beer are familiar with Mug Clubs.
And if you're not a Web3 guy,
The beer is very strong, especially when you gulp
if you're
it.
not a Web3
Yeah.
guy, they do sell these certificates off in the Web2 world there if you're local to that brewery. And they just help you out. They'll just pick up their beer from the brewery if you're that
So now,
close.
if any of our listeners want to check it out, how do they get more info on it? Where do they go?
If they go to Twitter or Xbase, whatever it's called now, and you look up @Brewmaster White or @American on Twitter, we have a lot of that stuff linked to our accounts there. I'm not sure without having a way to post a website to
We can,
to give that information.
Yeah, we
out.
can leave you with information to post on your
Yeah, so I'll
we
put
can
that in the
podcast.
description.
Yeah,
as
there you
well
go.
as,
That'll
and you
work
can
good.
also go to MetaBrew Society.com, I think.
All right, and
is
we
their
are on
website.
Facebook too, so we can, if
Yep.
it's linkable through there, we can post it as well. So now that everybody's had a chance to warm this up a little bit, what are we noticing in the changes? Aside from the fact I just coughed a lung up.
You're supposed to drink it, not inhale it.
Well, you gotta remember we talked about this with chili in last episode. You gotta make it hit your tongue, hit the palate.
I'll tell you
all
what,
at
it
the
doesn't
same
smell as
time.
boozy now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just a lot
I get a
thicker,
lot
too.
of like fruity notes with
And
it.
maybe just because I've been
I do.
drinking it.
I
Just
just
a
say, yeah,
pre-warning,
still
notes,
smells
but I'm getting a lot of fruity
If
notes.
anybody is
Yeah.
interested in the MetaBrew, there are codes that BREW has, and there's codes that American has, and we appreciate it if you use that code, because not only you'll get 20% off of your order, or whatever you buy, we'll also get 20%.
Then we'll get that code and put it on the site.
After we
Yes.
use
Yeah,
it a few times
good.
first.
Of course. I like free beer.
If we remember after we drink this.
Yeah.
Yeah, starting with this is it's a good idea because,
Yep.
any additional episodes we record are going to be
Crap.
just great.
I thought it was going to be better.
It always seems to be. I'm of the opinion that,
More
the
fun.
second episode is good and the third episode is better.
As long as we stay away from
yeah.
talking about eating ass and we're good.
You brought it up, not me.
Episode 2.
Well, it all depends on whose ass we're eating, though. I mean,
You don't want to ask that question.
oh no.
You can go back to listen to episode 2 if you want to know that one.
I did listen to episode 2. I
a
listen
bunch of
every week.
asses.
Wheeler Walker Jr. He's a country artist, and that's anyone who knows who he is knows enough. That's all you need to know. Not, I guess, really, he's a meme, but a comedian country artist.
Right.
If you're into, if you've ever seen like Bob Saget and stand up, it's like that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of raunchy humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing him one time, and watching a special he did, and there was this, cute old couple sitting in the front row. And they looked like they were there to see, Danny Tanner. They were there to see Bob Saget from Full House and America's Funniest Home Videos, and they're just mortified by the things he's saying. And he walks up and says, "Are you guys okay? Don't worry, I'm Michelle's dad." And,
I'm mortified just because you put Bob Saget and Ronchi together.
R.I.P. and peace, Bob Saget.
Yeah, so a little bit more about, I guess, MetaBrew Society. We can talk all day about it, but they do support saving the world. Every ounce of CO they use for shipping, they buy a little portion of the land in Brazil, in the rainforest, to help fund what they're spending and killing in the earth by shipping. They're producing
Like
stuff.
carbon offset
Like
or
a
whatever they
carbon
call it.
offset.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they do things with a group called Frosty Narwhals that cleans up plastics out of the oceans. He's a good way to get in for some trial
Someone's
beers from
compensating.
MetaBrew Society. And Booze Bears is big too. Now, if you own a Booze Bear NFT, you also get MetaBrew Society beer labeled as a Booze Bear
Yep.
shipped to your house.
And they are
for shipping, but
directly,
you pay for shipping for Booze Bears.
They're directly partnered with Booze Bear. But with Booze Bears, you have to pay for your shipping.
And what's the difference? What's a booze bear? Are we saving
It's
bears?
another NFT. It's a picture of a bear.
Oh, okay.
Drinking beer, liquor, whatever, wearing crazy hats. And
Another
outfits.
community that likes beer
Yep.
and drinking.
So this is the place we went out
I
to
like 'em already.
Vegas for.
Yeah.
So we talked about going to Vegas, and we met these guys from MetaBrew Society and Booze Bears because they're partnered, and we partied with those guys at the Nerd in Vegas.
Nice.
So we met those guys real life. So it's legit. It's not like we're doing this blindfolded and
Not
not
just
knowing if
some
we're going to get a
pyramid
return.
Well, yeah, I think with a lot of cryptos and NFTs very specifically, like
And we've
it's,
talked about this before.
yeah, it's there's a lot of scams out there, and like so the
Oh,
idea
yeah,
that like
for sure.
the idea that you actually get something out of it, like you get the beer, so even if
It's
down the
tangible.
road, yeah, exactly, tangible rather than fungible,
And you get your money
you know.
in return back in beer. So
Exactly, which is that's with a lot of cryptos is just skeptical of you're investing into it just for the purposes of the money, but like
Right.
if you're going to spend money on beer, you also
Might
have
as
an
well do
option
this.
to make money or lose money. It could go both ways, but you're not losing money if you're getting some beer out of it, right?
Right.
So at the end of the
Right.
day, even if the NFT becomes worthless, you got all that beer.
We got all that beer.
So
and we got our money
you got
back.
out of it exactly with the money you put in. So that's kind of nice because there's plenty of opportunities to lose money in crypto
sure.
and,
And we
not
would
get
spend-
any beer
yeah.
out of it.
We would have spent clearly $1,000 for beer in our lifetime.
Well, craft beer is expensive.
To
I think I
spent
spent $1,000
to
month.
prepay
say a
for beer
lifetime.
is not a big deal.
That's man.
And it is
This
kind of
cost us
I remember my first beer.
it's kind of that
This is
you
a
know
quarter
that
of the way there,
loot
yeah.
box mechanic to it too, where it's like you're going to get beers that you don't necessarily know what they are. You might have an idea or something, but it's
Right.
going to be something like, oh, I've never had this before. This will be interesting to try something new. And I think as well, especially when it's something that gets sent to your house as part of that package,
So
I feel like
strong.
you're going to enjoy them more because like you went through the whole process. You're part of the community, and every beer is going to taste just that much better because you get an experience along
and
with
soon our postal delivery lady or man will not enjoy it
it. Oh no!
because those boxes are pretty heavy.
Yes. Yep.
It's going to be like the person keeps bringing Chewy orders to our house. We have a lot of cats, so we get a lot of cat litter on regular shipments.
Yeah, it's heavy too, right?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
feel
that-
sorry
like,
for those guys. We have a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
cats. I go out there and help them unload it from the truck.
I do when I'm there,
Yeah.
but half the time it got to be an issue. They kept putting it by the garage, not on the porch. And it rains a lot. We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
go outside a lot. My parents don't go out there a lot. So unless I see it, it sits there and gets rained on. And I called, I've talked to FedEx and UPS about it. They made me register for the app on both services and put in delivery instructions for our address, which that's fine. I get it. But they were just doing
Second
dumb
shelf in the
stuff.
pantry.
Yeah.
He's under the
I want
mat.
to say real quick here, this Utopias, 20-something%.
28.
28%. I have that burn on my tongue still after I've been drinking
Yeah.
it now. I can
Yep.
feel it sitting there.
Goes up
Yeah.
the nose too.
This
Oh,
used
yeah.
to be the world's strongest beer.
Used to be.
Oh no!
Used to be.
What do you mean?
So now there's beers, 73%, I think was the
Oh my
highest.
gosh.
So those ones,
Now what makes
They're-
it
they
They
were
were
more
iced.
into
They
those.
were iced and pulled
They
out.
were-
They're
yeah.
still considered beers, though.
damn,
How?
that's cheating.
How is it
Yeah.
considered a beer?
One's-
Explain
That's-
that.
Ice
that's where
style,
I'm
like
at.
you're basically freezing the water out of
It's
it.
freeze distillation. So what it is, because alcohol freezes at such a low temperature, when they freeze it, it basically freeze a container, invert the container, all the alcohol will drain out, and it gets a little bit of the runoff from the beer, so it's improving the alcohol because the water stays frozen.
one
Is
of
this
those-
how this is made?
This one, no.
I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm
so.
curious how it gets its percentage
I'm pretty
as well.
sure Brew's got to try that next.
Freeze distilling? No, I don't do any
Well,
distilling.
the,
It's
the,
a lot
the
of work.
Germans, if I'm not mistaken, the Germans invented the Eisbock, which is a frozen beer. There was, if I'm correct, the story goes a apprentice brewer left the batch outside and it froze overnight. And in trying to save his ass from the master brewer, he tried to save it and dump it off. And the master brewer tried it and liked it. It was essentially like almost like a beer syrup. Because you're freezing the water out.
And as an employee, that's when you stay quiet.
Yeah.
That was your
Yeah.
plan all
Well,
along.
I think he liked it because it was so much stronger,
Right.
and even then, the brewer, you didn't typically drink your best stock. You got the second or third running. Usually second running, third running was like the table beer for guests, but the rich people got the first running of beer. They got the good beer.
So I'm going to read a quick part. This is from Untapped's explanation of Utopias.
Oh, good. They know everything.
Each release is a blend of batches, some having been aged up to 16 years in the barrel room at the Boston Brewery in a variety of woods. And then it lists
So
them.
kind of like a Solana.
Kind of.
A blend like you would blend whiskey.
Oh
as
my
well.
God, that
like,
scared the living hell out of me. My screen just went black. The power save mode. It scared me. I thought we stopped recording.
It's very important. Well, we might have. You never know.
No, we're still going.
I love
there
that.
goes my phone.
I
I
watched
don't
your
remember
phone
what I
fall on
said.
the floor.
We'll have to redo this.
So you were right. Eisbach from Germany. Good job. Kalmbach, Germany is credited with refining this accidental process into a deliberate brewing method.
Yay. My beer history is on point.
So it seems the more you drink it, you get used to the alcohol burn. It's like a good whiskey.
Good. All right, so let's just check in with time for Johnny to see if I could
We got
another little
one
sip
more
of
here.
Utopias.
We do have Utopia's barrel-aged worldwide stout from Dogfish Head as well.
Let me chug this first.
I don't know about chugging that.
Chugging.
Did we have the bottle of the other bottle of Worldwide Stout that Jeff provided? I'm pretty sure Jeff gave us one. Did we drink that one last
That's
time? I
this
can't
one.
remember. Oh, is it that one?
Utopias.
I couldn't remember if he gave us just a regular one.
Now I'm kind of wondering if we should have stirred up that bottle of Sam Adams first.
Oh, yeah, maybe like a little bit. Well, I mean, it probably
Sediment
got
wise?
rustled
Agitated,
around
yeah,
while
rustled
Johnny
around.
was transporting it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, if we're moving it around and reading it, it got mixed a little bit.
So is this now empty?
Give it a try. There
No,
might
I'm
be
sure
some on
it's
the
not.
bottom, Daryl. Try it. And let me know if
Put
you
it in
think
your coffee.
It should have maybe been stirred or something.
Actually, that's not a
Oh,
bad
I'll
idea.
rinse them
I
out.
bet this would be good in coffee, you know?
heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit sacrilege, but I've got coffee
Yeah.
here and I'm kind of tempted.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I was this close to bringing a Coke just to crack open and mix
You
it up
realize
with you
your
guys.
$2 coffee would turn into like a $25 coffee instantly.
You could sell it.
This is 2023. I think that's the average price for a coffee.
It's 2024 now.
Oh,
Remember?
that's true. Yeah, yesterday was 2023.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
2
when-
days ago or
Last week,
something.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at the date again because
Have to learn to stop talking about the day because we record these. You know.
Yeah, we're not.
yeah. So we're ahead of time. So this is gonna post in like a month. So yeah.
Should we say there's a lot of snow outside?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a
I
great
fucking
Christmas. It's
hope
been a
there
great
isn't.
New Year. Now the problem is if the world ends on New Year, then well, I mean, no one's gonna care. But but then
We're
this
gonna
won't
end
be.
it. We're gonna
Or
end
we
it
have,
again.
or we have global warming and everything's heating up really bad.
I mean,
Or
it's
that,
been
or
it's
that.
been 50 degrees all
We
week,
could be
and it's the
mowing on
middle of
January.
I
December.
thought, I thought that word died. Global warming.
Yeah, it's climate change now,
Oh,
right?
my bad.
Oh
Climate
yeah,
change.
yeah.
Yeah.
We increased what?
Tomato.
1 degree in the last 15,000 years, and we're in global warming. So
Prepare.
We
Well, I
just
don't-
pissed off half our listeners.
All 6 of them.
I think we should actually mention too. Isn't our schedule, our upload schedule, going to be changing, Johnny?
Yes, yep. So if you guys haven't noticed, we're now doing weekly posts. We're going to continue with that as consistently as we can, hopefully. So hopefully that'll keep more of you coming back and listening.
Yep.
We appreciate it.
By the time you hear this, we've already done 4 weekly posts.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
is
So
really
hopefully they
late.
caught on.
Yeah, but figure we might as well let them know just in case they haven't
Yeah,
noticed. It's probably
yeah.
a good idea.
But yeah, and as always, we ask, like, share, comment, leave a review. Hope anything less than 3 stars, don't bother. No, anything you want to hear
1-star
about,
reviews
reach
only.
out, let us know.
we did have a good review, but we'll have to talk about that next time.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you guys take recommendations? Does somebody call in or email you and say, hey, could you try this beer?
We will. We haven't yet.
I mean,
but
that'd be a
sure.
good idea, too. They could ship you a beer that you can't get your
Of
hands on.
our 3 comments,
totally
that's
with
not
it.
one of them. So hopefully we'll get some of those soon.
We always take donations.
Oh,
And we say
absolutely.
that when we're on the Discord with the MetaBrew, and people start complaining they have too much beer.
Oh,
We
yeah.
give them our shipping
That's a
address.
problem.
We will store
I
it in our
understand.
basement.
I have that problem. I have a closet full of imperial stouts and things like
But
that.
you're not crying about it.
Nope.
Nope.
Well, this podcast was a blessing because this is an opportunity for me to bring in all these beers that are too big to drink yourself.
Oh, and you can sell it to the wife as, hey, look, every time we do this, there's more space for your craft stuff. Whatever she does for fun.
She's
I'm
very
getting
happy
rid of
about
this
it.
beer, and I'm taking some every week.
Little does she know that I'm going to start buying way more beer. I miss collecting. I ran out of room, so now that I'll pare it down, I can collect again.
Yeah.
So how about we talk about this other one here? As we paired this with the Utopias for a reason. What is it? Where is it from?
This is the Dogfish Head Utopias Barrel-Aged Worldwide Stouts. So Sam Adams, and I don't know this for sure, hopefully someone can confirm this. Sam Adams bought Dogfish Head.
I have
confirm?
Google.
Got different taste on that.
I dropped
and
my phone. I
shoved
had to
it.
pick it up.
Because we didn't do our notes first, so I don't know.
We don't do notes. Come on.
All right, I'll open it up here.
Let's see. Merging with our longtime friends in beer, Dogfish Head Crafted Brewed Ales.
Fucking rude, brother. He was trying to open the bottle.
He asked a question.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Shh," and then you just started talking.
Blame it on Sam.
So, yes, Sam Adams. It wasn't much of a pop.
Yeah, all that bullshit. Anticlimactic. Thank you.
Do we got a fake sound we can insert?
We'll have something in there.
Yeah, Johnny, cut in a sound of an actual beer opening. Jesus, I could have cracked a beer that shall not be named, and it would sounded better.
I'm pretty sure you
Don't
were
go
still
that far.
talking
Don't
when
go
you
that
opened
far.
it.
Oh, man.
It does have some
Oh, my gosh.
foam in the bottle there.
It definitely tastes different chugging it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished the bottom of my glass.
Instead
and
of coating my cheeks, it's now
Whoa.
coated all my teeth.
that's a nice little burn.
Should we clean our glasses out?
Yes, we can go rinse them out.
I guess
So
we're going to
this
insert a commercial
This
here.
commercial brought to you by.
Time to raise a glass to another champion of the everyday, the unsung hero of our breakfast tables, Mr. Bacon Farmer. From the first crow of the rooster, you're out there. tending to your herd of hardy pigs. Your days are spent in the relentless pursuit of perfect pork, flitting between feed buckets and pig pens, all to ensure that the world can wake up to that delicious, sizzling strip of joy. You brave the elements, from sweltering heat to bone-chilling cold, wrestling with the unruly hogs that are as stubborn as a mule and twice as hefty. Your labor of love gives us that crispy, smoky delight that makes our mornings worth waking up for. At the close of another grueling day, you don't just want a beer, you bloody well need one. So here's to you, Mr. Bacon Farmer. You toil, you sweat, and you grapple with grunting hogs so that we can enjoy our BLTs, our breakfasts, and our barbecues. So kick back, crack open your well-earned brew, and remember, you're the real sizzling genius behind our bacon-loving nation. Here's to you and your indomitable spirit. Cheers, mate. Keep on doing you. You're a damn legend. Go get that frosty beer. You've more than earned it.
Welcome back to High Gravity.
Yeah.
I forgot we were podcasting. My bad.
Well, let's get on to the Utopias barrel-aged worldwide stout.
Now, you've had Worldwide Stout before.
Yes, several times. I enjoy worldwide stout quite a bit. So this will be interesting to see.
He is gargling Utopias.
Oh, God, it's in my nose. Oh, no.
Deserved.
Oh no!
There's enough alcohol in there to do it.
Sinuses are clean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Normally
wow.
that's a sampling trick for wine, but wow,
The
that was
smell
Drink it
is-
into your nose.
The smell is
No,
notably
the
different.
gargling.
Yes.
It's aerating it, so again, it hits your palate, affects it a different way.
It smells noticeably different
Not
than
as
the
boozy.
Utopias. Yeah, but it smells a lot more smoky and like it's got a lot
Yeah.
more of that smoked barrel
It's got a sweeter
characteristic.
smell to it
Yeah.
than the Utopias.
Smells like Benadryl.
Huh. Interesting.
Wow, it's a different
Now that
smell
I can breathe
since-
again.
Yeah, it's a different smell every time I
Actually-
sniff it.
I don't know if it's because we had Utopias first. I don't like this.
There's a lot of like
It
current
tastes
notes.
very, I don't want to say flat or bland because it's got flavor to it, but it's not.
Malty. It's like a bland malt.
It comes on later, but the flavor's not as strong. But
But that's because we did Utopias first.
right.
I think
well,
we
Like
screwed
everyone's
this up.
burned our tongues
I
out.
also think that this is more akin to having a beer. Like this is much more a stout
Yeah.
than like
Yes.
whatever the hell
Oh,
you
yeah.
called Sam Adams. Yeah, like it's like if you want an imperial stout that's flat, this is much more like that. I don't know.
I had pulled up the.
So what did you say this was, a percent-wise? I'm not sure if my old eyes
So
can read
this
this.
one-
Looks like 17.
Yeah, according to Untapped, this is an Imperial Double IPA, 17%.
This
No,
is not a
not-
double IPA.
That's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Utopia's barrel aged 120 minute.
No.
No.
Oh,
It's worldwide.
Worldwide
There
stout.
we go, there we go.
Stout being
Now.
in the name.
Yeah, next.
we've all been drinking the same crap. Give me a break.
It should have balanced notes of espresso, cocoa, sherry, and vanilla.
So this does list it under brewery as Sam Adams collaboration brewery Dogfish. Oh,
That
I'm
is
a
weird, though.
dumbass.
Once you say cherry, I can taste the cherry.
You know what? I'm not
Sure,
looking
yeah.
shit up anymore.
Yeah.
Leave it to AI and Google.
yes, yes.
I unlike Daryl, I
And
actually
I think
prefer
the
this.
sweetness is the cherry.
Yeah, I prefer this over the Utopias because it actually is a beer.
I didn't say I prefer the Utopias either. Just
Oh, that's
It's
true.
different.
Yeah.
I just don't taste it very much right now.
What I've learned in the past, when you're drinking liquor first, you probably should never go back to beer.
See, I don't have that problem. I'll mix any and all of it. I'll do wine, beer, liquor. I have the nights I call a trifecta night, and I have what I call the trifecta drink, which is liquor, beer, and wine separately. Or if I'm feeling really dumb, I'll mix a little bit of it together in one drink just to screw with people.
And how often is that?
Every other day.
I haven't done it in a long time, actually. I mean, I'll do the double here. I've done wine and beer.
I love that there's people listening to us for our opinions on beer and our takes on
And
beer, and we have
And I'm like,
this
just dump it all
asshole.
together. Now, in
It's
my,
like
try
I'm there
this at
with
home.
them drinking it.
in my defense, I've come up with some pretty good blendings of things here, even.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
I'm kidding. I'm sure they're wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good taste. It's
Again,
good
the-
flavor.
the
It's definitely
toasted-
not as thick as the Utopias.
Definitely.
Oh
from Sam
yeah,
Adams.
yeah.
Or as boozy. It's not
Or
really
as
boozy
boozy.
at all, but I think that's
Yeah.
maybe in comparison.
And
Well, I mean,
I almost wish it
17%
was a little
still.
bit more thicker too, though. It's,
I agree.
Yeah.
So
I kind of expected more body.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just fine. I think Daryl had a point too. There is not a lot of standout flavor,
No.
which is kind of
I
surprising.
said I'm getting like
I really
a
like the
raisin
smell,
kind of
though.
thing. Yeah, it smells great.
It's got a
is
nice,
that the
smooth,
cherry you're smelling?
clean smell.
The sweetness.
I kind of
think
get like
so.
almost
Cherry
like
or
a.
currant?
I get almost like a
It's
beef
like
jerky
heavier
kind
than
of smell.
cherry.
It's smoky.
Cherry. Well, that's different.
I just get a lot of smokiness.
Man, I don't get
I
no
smell the
smokiness
smoky.
out of it
Yeah,
either.
it's like a
It's
smoky
there.
cherry-
It's
cherry
subtle,
smell, yeah.
but yeah.
I don't know, man. It smells like
I like the
smoked
smell
turkey.
a lot.
Yeah.
I do like a good smoked ale. So like that, the aroma is wonderful.
I prefer good smoked steak, but whatever.
Smoked ale with a smoked steak. Smoke on smoke on smoke.
My buddy made some. We were working on a log splitter last night, drinking naturally. And,
As you do.
Yeah, and then he got the grill going. We made some bomb ass T-bones. Oh my god, gnawed that bone clean. It was good.
No comment.
I think it's
I don't know
good
why
here.
that came
no
out.
comment.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we're over time now.
Yeah, a little bit. We can keep going, or do we want to call it and see what we got coming up next?
I want to move on to the next beer.
I think we're going to be cutting. Really good having you guys on.
Thank you.
Appreciate the
Absolutely.
information.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
thank you
having
for
us.
coming. Thank you for bringing the beer.
Check
Much
out the links in the
appreciated.
description if you want to know more about MetaBrew Society and you want to get beer shipped to your house too.
Yeah. And again, like and share and comment and follow and all that crap.
Tell your friends.
Beer is life.
If you didn't learn anything today, at least remember this. Beer is the answer that makes everything better.
Can't remember the question, but who cares when you have a cold one in your hand?
Remember, everybody, drink responsibly, drink high gravity.
Most importantly, drink well.
Okay, not the well. Life's too short for bad beer.
Stay frosty, my friends.